A door closer?
That's right, yes.
What does it do, actually?
It closes doors.
Does it work on its own?
Yes.
And it closes the door?
That's right, yes. Yes, it closes the door.
It's mechanical?
That I'm afraid I don't know.
You mean something like this?
No. That's a door stop. I want a door closer.
A door closer?
Yes.
Do you know who stocks them?
Yes, I do.
Who?
I've got a terrible cold. Sorry, hardware stores.
Well, this is a hardware store.
Yes, I know it's a hardware store.
Ah.
That's why I came here.
Uh-huh.
So... Can you then help me, please?
You mean with a door?
Closer, yes.
No, I've never seen one.
Well, will you find me someone who has seen one so that I can find out whether you in fact do have one here, so that if you do have one, I can give you a check that will preferably bounce, so that you can have maybe 1/1,000,000th as much irritation as I have had in the last minute, so that you'll know what it's like to be so frustrated that you want to commit murder. And... Oh...
Hey, take it easy, man. Take it easy.
Over there. On your door at the top there. That's what I mean. That's a door closer.
Ah, that. Well, why didn't you tell me that? I didn't know what you meant. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Joe,
Yeah?
have we got any more of those brass, those gold goodies with the levers that you stick on top of the doors? You know those things I got in hotels where the waiter kicks the door open and it swings closed?
Huh?
You know that thing with the like pot and the two bars that fixes on the doors and it swings closed, but it's got that jazz with the dampers and it doesn't make the door bang because it's got that other goodies where it stops it.
Serial number?
Hold on. G/67756/PLG/6652291.
No, out of stock.
So. Sorry, sir, we had them, but we're out of stock.
Well, thank you so much for your trouble. You know, you've been so helpful to me that I'd like to extend a little invitation to you.
Huh?
Some friends and I have a lot of fun on Saturday afternoons. We play blind man's buff around an old abandoned mine shaft. And we'd love to have you come along and join in the fun.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thanks a lot.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I'll phone you up and let you know when it is. I'll even come and fetch you.
So.
Righto, thanks again.
Pleasure. Glad to have been of service.
Jerry, bye.
Thank you. Call again.
A trade wind was blowing through Swakop.
There was nothing in sight but the sand.
And a veteran prospector from Valfes
Could not even look at his hand.
As the gale howled its message,
His spirit ran free.
'cause he thought, this die sant kakkerlakkie.
it had come to the rescue at mile 623.
A Botha's Battterproof Bakkie.
Botha's Battterproof.
cricket. And for commentary on the match Winberg versus Philippolis, we crossed to Gert Ockert at the Oval.
Well, it's a lovely day here at the Oval. I suppose perhaps it might be an idea to tell you something of the origins of the word. You see, here at Philippolis, we are quite proud of our traditions, and what actually happened was in 1923, I think it was, there was a man called Philippolis who came to stay with old Jacob the vet, and he always loved to play cricket. I mean, it reached the stage where he would be quite upset if we didn't all gather together on the field at the back of Fenter's butchery for an innings or two after lunch. So, eventually everyone here at Philippolis began to be interested in cricket. And after a while, people began to think of the place where cricket was played as the field which belonged to old Philippolis. And so, after a while...
Excuse me, Mr. Ockert, but are you not going to get on with the commentary?
Yes, just a minute. Oh, go and get me a hot dog, will you? Yes, yes. One of those with a lot of mustard on it, please.
Right.
So then, after a while, instead of having to say, into the grandstand, well, not exactly a grandstand, but they put up quite a few rimpy stools and chairs up on planks up there, and now everyone is scampering after the ball. So while they're all looking for it, I think I'll ask Sunita Rabinovich here to comment on what's gone on thus far.
Thanks, Mr. Ockert. I was wondering if you're going to give me a chance.
Ah, of course, Sunita. I was just waiting for a break, that's all.
And that might be a point to come in on. Break. Yes, because Jannie Nel has changed from his usual style of sort of hurling the ball at the batsman to bowling leg breaks. But I have noticed that at times he almost does a somersault in his enthusiasm to smash the wickets from the ground. You know, I have thought at times it's a little violent, but perhaps...
I'm sorry, Sunita, but I'll have to break in here momentarily because they found the ball. Well, I should say perhaps that they have found a ball. And it's not the cricket ball that they were playing with, but old Stefan Snorkier's rugby ball. Anyway, all the fielders are back in position, and they're all looking as mad as snakes. It's almost as though they're possessed by the power of the devil. So badly do they want to get Tiny Footy's team out. And now, oh my goodness, I see that Mrs. van Rensburg's son Fani has run onto the field. So for a report on that end, we cross to the Sloot End and Gregoire Grevenstein.
Well, here at the Sloot End, I can see Fani quite clearly. The young lad has been warned repeatedly by his parents not to run onto the field, but to no avail. Hey, the modern youth. In fact, all of us here at the Sloot End are quite beside ourselves with this hold-up of the game. Although no wickets have fallen thus far, a lot of players have, and with tempers fraying, if you'll excuse the expression, we are all wondering what will become of this child. Oh yes, I see that Barry van Jaarsveld has chased the boy off into the willows, so the game can now resume. Okay, Gert, well then, back to the studio.
I think Gregoire Grevenstein means back to Gert Ockert. So back to you, Gert.
Yeah, there's Gregoire, don't cross to the studio, cross to me, please, because I'm here in the commentary box. Well, not really a commentary box, it's more a sort of garden shed, really, with old Pete Neerling's microphone linked to the telephone wires. So anyway, on we go with the show, and over quickly to Gregoire Grevenstein at the Sloot End.
No. Niks hier kan, Gert, so back to you.
Ah, right. Well, Jannie Nel is still bowling with Stefan Snorkier's rugby ball, but the crowd seems agitated. Yes, it doesn't seem as though they like this at all. And I don't know if there's... Yes, I think maybe there's going to be trouble at the gate. So over to Jannie Farnsworth Smithers at the gate. Hello? Over to Jannie Farnsworth Smithers at the gate. No luck there. Well, the crowd still look a bit wild and... Oh, hello, Miems Meiring. I thought you were in Klerksdorp.
No, Gert, look, I don't want to barge in, but the crowd are getting restless.
You mean the crowd is restless?
Don't you correct my English, Gert Ockert. You're not exactly Quiller Couch yourself.
No, but I got a B in history of drama.
You've got a drama on your hands right now. I think they're going to storm the field.
Don't be silly. I'll simply call the police.
Gert, what are you going to do?
Well, look, just let me carry on with this commentary a while. Well, as I was saying, Jannie Nel has just started his run and he zooms in like a man possessed and bowls, and it's well pitched up. The only thing is that it's a rugby ball, so it bounces right away from Tiny Footy. But Tiny's running after the ball and he takes a swipe at it. And he's missed again. And now he's thrown his bat down and he's running after the ball. He's picked it up. And the whole of Johnny Nell's team, all the fielders are chasing it. My goodness me. But now I see Morkel Jansen and Johannes Willemse, as well as Fred Threadgaard and William Jones, running onto the field. They're all running all over the field now. You've got to stop this. They've gone mad. Over to Gregoire Gevenstein at the slot end.
They're coming straight for me. I'm going to abandon the box.
Oh, no luck there. Right,
As ye Mulgert, get up there and do something.
yes, I'd better. Right, you hold the fort here, Miems with Senita.
But what can I do?
Just finish the score sheet and then run for it.
Get under the table, Senita, quickly. Right, I'll carry on with the commentary. Gert Ockert is on the field now, and he's being chased by Fourie. Fourie to Willemse, Willemse to Nell, and he's found a gap. Johnny Nell is breaking through, and he's breaking past, and Johnny Nell has broken through the Winberg 25, and he's going to score. But Rolf Winberg is there, and he brings him down. And so, right there on the 10-yard line, there's going to be a scrum with Willie Willemse to put the ball in.
Your commentators at the rugby cricket were Gert Ockert, Senita Rubinovitz, and Miems Meiring. The SABC presents Essential Services. Tonight, Mr. Flaunchly on the new uranium mine at Graskop.
Welcome, Mr. Flaunchly. Now, tell me, where is the uranium mine to be situated?
Well, Count Manstable is distinguished and winchmastered in the Candancula, especially on Sundays.
So they have actually found uranium?
Yes, but no more than claffulery to class as A1 on a PX, which is a through winch to bring forward a fugalty on Wednesday.
And your plans for September?
Well, we've tripled all the tula sticks and close tramulored the Buell and Breffer, which is now double trammed. And, of course, wound up for the current financial year.
I see. Yes, well, thank you very much, Mr. Flaunchly.
To nu, Rupert. Kom nou. Up daar. Bakkie!
One man, one gun against the fierce, untamed savagery of the Southwest. Alone, he braved sun, wind, and storm and the might of many different Indian tribes to conquer the stretches of country from the fire of El Paso to the badlands of New Mexico. With his Colt 45 and the familiar white Stetson, this son of the six-gun was the champion of justice wherever he rode. His name?
Gert Ockert, Texas Ranger. Frederick the Fool had got horses for us, and we had cantered up from the horrifying underground part to ground level, where we had finally made El Paso and the Silver Star Saloon. Before long, the Blackjack Kid had introduced himself to us, and it seemed like a showdown. I went to the gents to change into my black velvet suit with gleaming silver gun belt, and as I returned to the saloon, I shouted, "Don't nobody move! Blackjack! Ha! You've played your last hand of cards. This is where you meet your worship." Ha! Missed! Missed again. They don't call me Gert the Grijper for nothing, Ocean. You've got no chance, my friend.
Okay, that's enough! 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 That's enough! I've changed the sights on the guns. You'll never shoot straight.
But what's the point of that?
Yeah, what's the point?
What's the point?
How did she get in here? Neutralize her! Now listen here. Stop behaving like kids in here. These days it's not might that is right. You gotta have brains. You understand?
I understand.
So I'll ask you a few questions, and the winner takes all.
What's all?
The saloon, restaurant, billiard room, cold storage, discotheque, and all the HP agreements.
Right.
Set it up, son.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Battle of the Brains. Gert Ockert versus the Blackjack Kid. Now, I'll be firing questions at the both of them, and if they miss out on anything, well, then they can just go home as far as I'm concerned. Is that all right with you, audience? Oh, okay. I'm very glad about that because it gives me renewed confidence in myself. Right. Are you ready, Blackjack and Gert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Ready or not? Who wrote The Rainbow Robbers?
G.M. Rebelman.
Where is the castle?
Texas.
Who first thought of electricity?
The City Council.
How many eggs in a span?
25.
Who is L.P. Carter?
The High Chancellor.
Where are the Great Mountains?
Texas.
Who was called White Lightning?
G.L.K. Raudemeyer.
How many volts used up in 2 milliamps of electricity before they even switch on?
Texas.
Who won the Nobel Prize in 21?
Dennis Glover.
Name 4.
Texas.
Who owns the Saddle Steakhouse?
Nobody, because they folded.
How do you tie a reef knot?
Texas.
Name one famous man from Ranfontein.
Lord Coetzee.
How do you get to Canada?
Texas.
Who wrote I'll Drive You Home Again, Kathleen?
Carstens de Waal. As the evil manager fired questions at the Blackjack Kid and I, my mind was racing. If we could get through this intellectual marathon, the manager would very likely let us go free, and we would hopefully get on a Boeing back to Joburg. The adrenaline pumped inside me as my mind worked like a high-powered computer.
How many liters to a milligram?
26!
Where is El Paso?
Texas.
What are the first 2 notes of Limbo Rock?
La la!
Complete this line. The yellow rose of?
Texas.
Where is the Eastern Transvaal?
Nelspruit!
You've made it! You've made it at last! You've won your freedom!
Oh, really? I might have known that his maniac mind would have thought of something like this. A rowing boat in the middle of the Atlantic. How totally ridiculous.
Yes, but I've got a plan, Wouter. And this time, there's going to be no mistake. Although we'd been abandoned in a rowing boat in the middle of the Atlantic, I was still confident that the plan in my mind was a good one. Not only a plan to get us back to Joburg, but also one which would allow us to do away with the manager once and for all, and allow me some claim to the title of... Gert Ockert, Texas Ranger.
Are you now going home, Mrs. Meiring?
Yes, Anita, my child, I am. I'm just busy packing up my handbag here. Oh, I've got so much rubbish in here. Can you imagine what have I got 2 old plates in here for? Really, my goodness me. I must clean out this old handbag, you know. Good heavens, there's a pair of old pole-faced schooners. My goodness gracious me. Things one finds in one's handbag. Isn't it quite remarkable? Good goodness. I've even got a monkey wrench in here. Mind you, that came in very handy one day when somebody tried to attack me in Commissioner Street.
But can I give you a hand with this?
With the handbag? Yes, you take the one handle and I'll take the other.
I think this program is hogwash.
Take a Chance is produced by Sanita Rabinowitz
and elects King Mortimer. The next test transmission can be heard tomorrow at 0300 hours.
Mrs. Meiring, must I help you out here? Mrs. Meiring?
Just try and help me pick up the handbag!
Here is a special announcement. Do not listen next week to the final episode of Won't You Have a Little Cake. We repeat, do not.
What's so special about that as an announcement?
Mrs. Meiring.
Do I sound like Mrs. Meiring?